Libra, hello, and welcome to your fall 2022 shapeshift reading, where we're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like for the season. I'm Amanda of Unseen Hands Tarot. I'm your reader. I do these shapeshift readings for all 12 signs of the zodiac every season as part of our ongoing investigations in the shifting space. This is an online community of esoteric seekers and sleuths, perhaps like yourself, who are into using tarot, astrology, and other forms of divination to explore the ways that they are shifting, growing, changing over time. So if that sounds like you, and if this reading ends up resonating for you today, there's a supportive space for you to go to dive deeper. More on that after your reading. Today we are using the gorgeous new Goblins and Gardens tarot deck by Jonathan Sacha. If you like this deck as much as I do, you're gonna want to get your hands on it at goblinsandgardens.com. Okay. What's the shapeshift for you this season, my dear Libra? I'm really curious because last season, your shapeshift was called The Secret Garden. It was really deep and really mystical. So let's see what's going on with you this fall. Shapeshift for Libra, fall 2022. It's like I just saw a little peek of the tower. I don't know if we need it. I'm actually gonna, well, let's keep it in the deck and just see what happens. Okay, we got death, so yeah. Something big, something major. Queen of Wands, cool. One more. The Moon, oh my gosh. Libra, what's going on? Okay, it's something quite good. Maybe. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so, whoa. This is a lateral shift. It doesn't feel like you're shifting totally out of one state into something else entirely. So it's not necessarily a big leap if you are shifting from the moon into death. They, in this reading, are feeling like very similar states of being. But you in the center as the Queen of Wands, it's like you're having some sort of deeply intuitive or even psychic realization. There may be something happening here, like a very intense ending or, yeah, I mean, because we're looking at the death energy, which really talks about things that are passing out of our experience and the decomposition phase of things ending or coming to, a life cycle coming to an end is part of the prep for a rebirth. But there's something about the Queen of Wands expression in this card where it almost looks like whatever is decomposing is coming as a bit of a surprise. And maybe that's because you are in this moon passage. This is interesting because I just did the Virgo reading, and the Virgo reading talked about the moon passage. So any of you with Virgo Libra placements in tandem, you might want to be focusing on both readings, because this moon passage sort of feels like you're coming out of a very mysterious energy that maybe you actually don't know a whole lot about, you know, like you don't really know what you've been experiencing. And then all of the sudden it's like you look over your shoulder and this death energy is here. And it feels just a little surprising for you, Libra. Well, you know, think about it. Last season's reading in the summer, this reading called The Secret Garden, which was really this invitation to go way, way deeper into your magic than you've ever gone before. And I'm wondering if you took that invitation, or if in taking that invitation, right? Because here you are as the Queen of Wands, which would suggest the Queen of Wands to me is witch energy. It is this energy of like understanding the power that you hold inside of you and being willing to intuitively, esoterically explore that. But it seems like here you are, sort of, the flower feels like it's reaching towards this flower in the moon card. So it feels like there you are, like dabbling in the moon energy, and suddenly, boom. You know, that death energy, it feels like it takes you by surprise a little bit. And I can't really get over the fact that the death energy feels very much, you know, it's associated with Scorpio, but it really feels like Scorpio. We've got, all right, let's think about this. Mercury moved into your sign at the end of August. The sun is in your sign over the fall season. It will also move into Scorpio after you. And, okay, there's something else. Yeah, and Venus is going to be in your sign in October, and then subsequently move into Scorpio. So we've got the sun in Libra, then Scorpio, Venus in Libra, then Scorpio, Mercury in Virgo, then Libra, then Scorpio. So this like Libra Scorpio progression seems important. And so I haven't done the Scorpio reading yet, but I'm already wondering if there's this like Virgo, Libra, Scorpio trifecta, especially since we've got planets doing that exact progression over the fall season. If these readings, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, will end up sort of flowing together in an important arc. So you might want to check out the Scorpio reading as well. Okay, so here you are sort of dabbling in the moon passage, like dipping your flower. Listen, I'm just reading the pictures here, okay? Like dipping that little delicate Libran aesthetic into the wild mysteries of the moon. And this particular moon card really does speak to me of a liminal in between space, because we've got this like edge of the water being illuminated by the full moon, the edge of the waves as they flow onto the earth. So again, it's really, there's something here, Libra, where you're like just dipping your toes in, you know, whatever this secret garden is that was suggested to you in the summer and was sort of like coaxing you. It's like you're listening and you are sort of boop, boop, boop coming up to the edge of it, but maybe there's actually a full plunge that really wants to like push you into the deep end with the Scorpio energy. It's like the death energy wants to sort of be this, if you're here playing safely on the shores, this death energy, this scorpionic energy wants to be like a tidal wave coming up behind you and just being like go all in. Go all in. And it feels, I think, a little scary. You know, it feels like maybe, I mean, think about it. The ocean, we know more about space than we know about some parts of the ocean. And Scorpio is fixed water. It's the depths of the ocean that we have not fully explored. It's the space in the ocean that is so deep and so dark that only the wildest, most like monstrous creatures live there. And it's like very difficult for humans to survive under the pressure and, you know, with lack of oxygen and like just the sheer depth to get down there. There's a fear that I won't come back up. Okay, I think we're starting to get to it now, Libra. And I'm feeling this thing of like, okay, well, humans can't survive there, but there's something in you, maybe, that isn't totally human. There's something in this reading that isn't totally human. You know, like it's like, okay, but you are also something else. You are also creature. You are also spirit. You are also soul, or like whatever, you know, like I don't know what else we are, but that's the energy that's coming through in this reading of like, okay, well, you as considering yourself as only human, yeah, you might not survive those depths. But what if, Libra, you are more than human? What if you actually have powers that you have not yet tapped that would enable you to survive this experience? Because there is something in this death card that's like, it's almost like the three fates, you know, and they're a little cheeky, like they know more than you do. And they're sort of plunging you into this experience like, haha, she doesn't know, but she's going to find out, you know, like, But I wonder like what is ending in that process, because death is an ending. It is a decomposition, a state of decaying and passing away from your experience. And essentially these cards look like they're doing a cycle, because, you know, it's like here you are sort of in the middle of this death moon cycle. Oh, are we talking about the eclipses? I wonder if this will be extra important for you given the eclipse energies, Libra. Because I'm talking about being in between the death and moon cycle, and we've literally got a Scorpio eclipse on the 25th of October. And actually this energy is so, this reading is so like Halloween, spooky season, the veil being thin and all of that type narrative. That is this reading. You know, it's witch season, and something in that is calling you. Ooh. I felt that in my insides. I'm just looking at my astrology notes to be like, okay, what is trying to speak? I think it is these eclipses, you know, it's like Venus moves out of, at the edge of Libra into Scorpio. It is that, what the astrologers call the via combusta. So this whole like Libra into Scorpio energy that we've been talking about in this reading is actually this really sort of deep, dark, mystical, wild witch part of the zodiac. Okay, I'm starting to get it. So as Venus crosses the Via Combusta and like moves through the end of Libra and into Scorpio around the end of October, that's when the sun and the moon will meet with Venus at the beginning of Scorpio, and that is the solar eclipse. So anyway, what I was saying about like the death moon cycle is that it's this progression. It's like you're transforming here through that eclipse cycle or through that phase, and then it's like this decomposition and transformation and decomposition and transformation. I mean, okay, yeah, this is majorly the eclipses. And I think that's why it doesn't feel like you're jumping from something to something else. It's more of just like plunging deeper into the same energy, but going the whole way, you know, going all the way in instead of this just like dipping your toes that maybe you've been doing. And you'll get to come up for air, but then it's like you'll have to go back down. You know, you'll have to plunge back in. Steeping. The death energy feels like steeping yourself in something. Okay, we have to get into this with some other cards now. Cool. Libra, really cool. I'm going to use the Botanica Tarot next to, right, gorgeous deck, lovely plants, to really expand on this garden and see where we are. And then I'll get into the Hieronymous Bosch Tarot a little and invite some more of these like goblins to the table. And see what we can see through this reading. So if this is resonating with you so far and you want to view the whole reading and have this shift experience in a supported community for the fall season and beyond, the shifting space is here for you. And you can explore all of the elements in the shifting space and what we do there together and how we track this shift over time so that you can actually feel yourself change and get support as you evolve. So link in the description to explore the shifting space with us, and I hope to see you on the other side.